Hello out there, wherever you are. As for me, kind of an unexpected Saturday. It's the season pass holder preview of Kennywood Park. Now, this was supposed to open earlier this week. We had reservations set for Tuesday, but they canceled it. They delayed the opening, and I assumed it would be delayed for several weeks. But here we are, same week, Saturday, and it's open for business. Now, I've watched many a theme park vlog, and anytime someone goes to the opening day of a park, they're like, what's new for this year? What's new for this year? Well, for the year 2020, what's new is going to be a ton of things. Here, over this way. Sorry, car's about to hit us. There'll be a ton of things that are new, but it'll be more in terms of the procedures in which you have to practice to get in the park. First involving masks, involving social distancing, seeing how Kennywood operates with that, checking out their procedures, checking out their markers and things that they do. So it's going to be an interesting day just seeing how Kennywood handles this new way of the world in which we all live. So we're going to check it out. But first, it's time to mask up. Whoa. I feel like someone did this in this same area 150 years ago, but when they did it, they were about to rob a stagecoach. Here I'm walking into Amusement Park. What are you gonna do? Let's go check it out. Okay, already one thing different. Here's a lineup to get in and get your temperature checked. We're gonna check that out.
What's number 2?
Right here.
Oh,
see how it's on the other side? Tent number 2. Tent number 2. Oop. I hit my head.
You're good.
Good to go. I hit my head walking in the tent. It was a little low, but we made it. We're free and clear. Good to go. Go check it out. Okay, we're in through all security measures and temperature checks. Curious to see how it goes. Now, they mentioned something about the park being at some like 15 to 20% capacity of what it normally is. There was a lot of people near the entrance, but once you get into the park and get spread out, it'll be interesting to see how many people are actually there. They painted all over the murals that were here, I believe. Weren't there like murals and things that were painted here? This will be all repainted over. First walk through the tunnel. I'll be honest, it looks pretty busy for the most part. I thought maybe the rain would keep people away, but not so far and not so much. I figured the first stop would be the new old mill. They're apparently refilling the water, so it's going to be a few minutes, but there's already a solid lineup here people waiting for it. I will say this, as we're waiting for the old mill to be refilled, it's taking forever, but Kennywood's been real good about checking people for masks, about social distancing. So far, you know, I haven't seen any issues with enforcement of the policies they're trying to put out there, so that's pretty cool. Now, whenever I go to Kennywood, you know, I do judge it fairly. I put out the good things and the bad things. So knowing you are reopening the old mill and that it's going to be an attraction and a get, they were apparently refilling it, and now it's going to take an hour plus to refill it on one of your first days open. I know there's growing pains and issues and things that come up, so I'm not going to completely judge them, but still, not great. I mean, that's what we're looking at as far as once you like get into the park. There's not a ton of people around. a good wide open space. Now this is interesting. I did see that the steel curtain wasn't opening this weekend, but they have this entire section of the park closed. Now I know there's not much behind there, but the Steelers store, they have a restaurant, a couple other things, but yeah, it's completely closed off. I don't know if that's this weekend or for a little while. So Rogue Barbecue took over this barbecue stand, so that's new. I'm recording this for my wife who loves this barbecue stand. Just curious to see what the samplings and things are. Auto Race has a weather delay. Probably because it's an old ride. They gotta check and make sure that the track is good. They're running it out. But they do have this open. That's going. Train, I think, is on the move. Or are they just testing out the thing? I don't know. Some cleaning going on. No water in the Raging Rapids. They said it would be closed, but it'll probably be closed all season, I'll bet. We got Fish Pond closed. Speedboat race closed. Quarterback challenge closed. Ghostwood Estate is closed. Oh, I get that they're running at like 15% capacity or so, but there's like half the park is not open at the moment. Raging Rapids, I mentioned. Thunderbolt's going. So Potato Patch is open, which is good. This doesn't necessarily look open. Oh no, it's open. Noah's Ark is closed. And I think it might be closed for the whole season, actually. That's the rumor, at least. Phantom's Revenge is open, which is good. So the Pittsburgh Plunge does not appear to be open. It's a little bit of a cooler day for that anyway, but Black Widow's still not open. It's been years. I don't know if it's like the Skyrocket where they were waiting for like a part or something, but it's been closed for a long while. I think it'll work. The Exterminator is open, the Whip is open, so that's good. Italian Ice is not open. So I would have to say, and I could be wrong, we haven't got through the whole park yet, I'd say that less than half of the rides are open. And correct me if I'm wrong. Swings are open. Slingshot is not open. Not even connected as of yet. Now I know it's Passholder preview weekend, but there are a lot of things that are not operational at the moment. Pirate Ship is surprisingly going right now. Musical Express is open for biz. Basketball does not look open. Theater is not open. Barren Curve is not open. Gift shop is not open. Volcano's going. I think I saw Cosmic Chaos back there is running. The Grand Prix bumper cars are not. So this whole side of the park, for the most part, and I don't know if this constitutes the whole season or not, but this whole side of the park is not running. Not until you get up to Musical Express. So Think about it in a row. Bumper cars, Barren Curve, the basketball 40 theater. None of those things are currently running. Like I said, the 40 theater I don't expect to open this summer. The bumper cars, that's hard to say. Barren Curve might be a little bit too close for everyone, so that's probably why they're not doing it. It may not open this year. A lot of things closed. I mean, I can voice it over anyway. I wanted to get Rogue Barbecue's offering here. No, I didn't eat the whole thing. There's like a lot of fat and stuff in here, but I mean, it's still really good. For $5, that's a solid value, I'd say. All right, there, I'm back open for biz here. Doing some scrubbing of the boats. I think they have to do that after every ride, so it's gonna definitely delay the overall process, but it's understandable and necessary. It's something they have to do. There you go. They have that for every queue that I've seen so far. Alright, so we just got off the new old mill, and I have to say, you know what it was missing? Like neon colored Ruffles chips and neon Pepsi. Neon Pepsi and neon Ruffles chips. If they had those in there, I think it would really make it. No, it's pretty good. I mean, it's going to be different enough that the purists are going to be upset by it. And it's not like it's like, you know, I read an article about them making Garfield's Nightmare, and they were talking about, like, don't make it too good that people will line up for hours. Just make it like a ride. And that's basically what the old mill always was. It was just a ride that you would go on, and, you know, it's a lot darker than it used to be for those who are up for traditions, but pretty good. I think it's pretty good. I did see some older lady get off and complain. She's like, it's not like how it was. It's never gonna be like that. They did their best. It's better than what Garfield was, especially at the tail end there. Oh, here's the mask break area over here. You can go there and take your mask off. Time limit's 10 minutes to be in that area. All right, we're relaxing. taking in a pretzel. I apologize, weight loss people. I haven't eaten today. I'm eating bad because you can't eat good in a park, unfortunately. I didn't eat the whole bacon, I swear. There's some fat in it. It's still amazing, but I'm just gonna have to limit my dinner choice. But yeah, Kennywood, just like all amusement parks, they're in a tough spot. I mean, you have to, certain rides just can't do that 6 feet social distancing. I will say, compared to some of the other parks I've seen, Kennywood seems to be pretty good at enforcing their mask policy and their distancing policy. You're with a larger group of people, you're gonna see people not wearing a mask. You're just going to. And I've only seen probably two today, and they were wearing their masks like this, and they weren't eating, they were just walking around. A lot of people were doing like the nose out thing. You're gonna have that. But Kennywood's good about putting sanitizing stations. They're good about limiting the rides where people can get grubbed together, kind of like Noah's Ark, unfortunately. They're trying their best. I was a little angry earlier today because most of the rides look like, including the new old mill, were like closed down, and it's like, oh, people are going to be very upset about this. But I mean, they're doing what they can. Like, what else are they supposed to do? So, oh well. They're trying. Everybody's trying. There's not a normal, and there won't be a normal for a while. Everybody's just trying their best. The boy over here, I make a deal with him every year. If you want to go to Kennywood, you have to try out a new ride. He doesn't like a ton of roller coasters. He doesn't like a ton of like fast rides. So there's a lot of rides in Kennywood that he has not tried yet. None of the roller coasters. Racer, Jackrabbit, Thunderbolt, Phantom's Revenge, Steel Curtain, Skyrocket. No, he hasn't been on any of those. He hasn't been on the Volcano. He hasn't been on Musical Express. He hasn't been on the Exterminator. He has not been on Aero 360. So here's what I'm going to do. If you watch this video and you're at this point, leave a comment down below and let me know what ride you think he should ride this summer. Let me know what ride you think most popular vote gets it. Obviously, be gentle to him. Don't, I'm probably not going to put him on the Steel Curtain. If Steel Curtain wins that round, I don't think he's ready for all that just yet if he doesn't like things like the Jackrabbit or the Racer. So be genuine in your responses, but let me know what ride you think he should ride. To be honest, for me, given his nature of him not liking that stuff, I would say the Exterminator. The hills are not very high.
I would say the Jackrabbit.
It's not very fast. So not fast. There's no high drops or anything. It's spinny, but he's been on spinny rides before. It's not like a, thing. But yeah, let me know in the comments down below what you feel that he should ride as his first bigger thrill ride of the park. He's getting older now, and I want him to ride stuff with me because when I come over here on days like today especially, and half the rides are on and a lot of the thrill rides are on, he won't ride any of them, so therefore I can't ride any of them. So let me know in the comments down below what you feel he should ride. He can ride these rides. I say the Exterminator. Let me know your thoughts.
I say the Jackrabbit.
I can tell you this with 100% certainty. 35 pounds ago, I don't fit in that driver's seat of the auto race. Not at all. Not even close. I barely squeezed in. Here's another mass break zone. I guess there's gonna be no shows this summer. So you can see it for yourself. There you go. Very close, dude.
Please wait on one of the social distancing markers located throughout the queue and ride area. Each of the markers is for you and your traveling party only. Remain on top of the spot until the group in front of you has proceeded forward. The ground markings will ensure that all guests are following proper social distancing guidelines. As you enter the ride area or loading platform, please use the sanitizing station. All guests must use the sanitizing station before loading. Please note that some seats may not be in use due to social distancing guidelines. Only sit where instructed to by a ride attendant. Thank you for your cooperation.
Welcome to the West. Please sit no more than 3 people per seat, with no more than 2 adults. Remain all the way back in your seat with the silver bar in the closed position throughout the ride. Enjoy your ride.
Whoa. Well, that'll put a bow on the old Kennywood trip. Season pass holder preview weekend. Saturday. Well, that'll wrap it up from Kennywood Park. Season pass holder preview weekend. You know, kind of a mixed bag, to be honest. You know, when you're running the park at very limited capacity, 16 to 20%, there's certain rides in the park that are impossible to social distance on. Bumper cars especially. I think you might be able to do Noah's Ark, but you a bit of the you know, people can gather together pretty quickly in Noah's Ark, so I get why Noah's Ark's probably gonna be closed. Barren Curve is difficult, so Kennywood's in a bind, but that's the fate of a lot of amusement parks. There's a lot of issues with attempting to social distance. I don't think this was Kennywood's idea of, you know, wanting to roll out their significantly expensive Steelers expansion, only to have it being basically walled off for maybe a whole summer, or, you know, and that could be just this weekend. Maybe they just don't have it up and running, but a lot of rides were closed, and it's going to be difficult for some of those rides to open. Like Black Widow, I can see, you know, it being down this whole summer again, because unless you're leaving, you know, 3 seats empty on every ride in between people, it's not going to have a ton of you can't really social distance on that ride just because everybody sits so close together. It's going to make it difficult for Kennywood and like I said, all amusement parks to be able to do that. But the old mill Definitely better than what it used to be. The Garfield thing, kind of ran its course for the most part. And that's not to say the new one is great or anything. It's not like the best ride I've ever rode, or, it gives you the nostalgia feel. It's all right. It's just all right. But yeah, hoping to be back pretty soon here to Kennywood. I'm very curious to see how they handle the next few weeks of opening. Kind of a rough patch today, and that could be due to staffing as well. It's a bit challenging, but they've been good. They were good on the, markers. They were good on the enforcement. They had hand sanitizer stations everywhere, markers on each ride queue, people enforcing the mask rule. I did see a few people, like a couple here and there, just not wearing masks, but for the most part, everybody's wearing their masks. Everybody's doing the part they need to do. So Kennywood, kudos there. You're doing everything you can, and we appreciate it as people that frequent the park. But that'll wrap it up. Kennywood Park Season Pass Holder Preview Weekend. My name is Tom, and I was here. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Bye, everyone.